Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, May 7th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. High pressure is back in control over California this morning, and skies are sunny across most of the state. A shallow marine layer has brought in a blanket of more organized low clouds across the central coast and into the Salinas Valley. With high pressure strengthening, these clouds may be tough to clear from the coastline, but the clouds banked up against the slopes should clear in the coming hours. Once again, it will be a very nice day overall, with plenty of sunshine, light winds, and warm temperatures. Over the past month and a half or so, we have been in a very progressive weather pattern with low pressure systems moving through the state every few days. This prevented any long stretches of hot and dry weather from setting up, like we saw a lot of during the winter and early spring. Now we are seeing a change back to that more stagnant pattern. Model projections continue to indicate high pressure will remain overhead through at least mid-next week. The high pressure will remain on the weaker side through the rest of this week, then become much stronger Sunday into Monday. Projections are not in the best agreement the second half of next week, but it looks like high pressure will weaken a bit mid-week. As a result, we will be moving back to a much warmer and drier weather pattern than we have been dealing with lately. This will set the stage for a gradual increase in large fire potential. As high pressure continues to build in, strong warming is expected to continue across the region today, particularly away from the immediate coast. Highs today will rise a bit above seasonal average, with valley highs in the mid to upper 80s. Highs will be in the 70s to near 80 closer to the coast and around 100 in the low desert. There will be additional warming Friday into early next week, with temperatures rising around 1 to 3 degrees each day, peaking around Sunday and Monday. Highs will become well above seasonal average, with valleys rising into the 90s to near 100 by Monday, though the Central Valley may exceed 100. Highs will be in the 80s closer to the coast and around 105 to 110 in the low desert. This will be the first time we've seen this kind of heat since March, and it is going to stick with us for several days. We have become accustomed to the cooler temperatures over the past several weeks, but we are now moving into the climatological warm season, so we will need to be prepared for increased heat over the next many months. Despite the well above normal heat, we are not expecting any record highs to be broken at this time. After the peak heat early next week, temperatures will slowly cool back down, but it will remain quite warm through next week. Humidity will continue to lower across inland areas today, with minimums largely in the 20 to 40% range away from the deserts. Much higher humidity is expected near the coast as a shallow marine layer and onshore flow remain in place. Humidity will lower further this weekend into early next week as high pressure dominates, with minimums largely dropping into the 12 to 25% range away from the deserts. The marine layer will become much shallower, keeping higher humidities isolated to the immediate coastline. As we move closer to next week, we will also see more expansive areas of fair to poor overnight recoveries in the deserts and higher Southern California terrain. Thanks to the recent cool and wet weather we've been having over the past month and a half, our dead fuel moistures have been averaging near to above seasonal normals. The upcoming warm and dry pattern will lead to significant declines in dead fuel moistures, with light to medium dead fuels becoming much more receptive to burning. In the live fuels, the upcoming pattern will likely accelerate or reinitiate curing trends in the low to mid-elevation brush, while providing a boost for higher elevation fuels to continue moving out of dormancy and into a more robust growing state. Large fire potential is expected to steadily increase through next week as fuels dry out from the upcoming warm and dry weather pattern. While most non-grass fuel types are still not conducive to significant fire activity, we should expect a significant and sustained increase in initial attack activity with a large grass-dominated fire distinctly possible on any day. By early next week, we could see increasing receptivity in the heavier dead fuels and maybe even in some of the brush. So, after a very quiet couple months, we are finally starting to ramp up fire activity. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, May 8th. Have a fantastic day.